Welcome back to Comics, to Hot Comics TV and Kali. She comes from California. Joking now. Anyway, this is the works from Daniel Freedman and Robert Sammelin. Sammelin? So I don't know what Daniel Freedman has done before, but I saw this big book, and I have seen Robert's work. Robert Sammelin's what do you call it, artwork. Can't remember where, but I have seen this dude's work, and I think he's probably one of the best artists right now in the current market. He comes from Sammelin comes from Sweden. Yes, Sweden. He's from Sweden. Um, so, uh, so this dude and what Robert and Daniel have done in this book is that they've done kind of like exploitation type of movie, type of plot for this comic book. I was about to call it manga. My God, what's happening to me? What's happening to me? So they've done this comic book, kind of resembling like, I guess, like a Western Mad Max, because it's taking place in a kind of like dystopic sort of ugly future. And this character is kind of, again, it's kind of in the exploitation side of things, because it feels like that Pussycat Kill Kill film. It's got it's got all of those, exploitation, type of what do you call it, tropes, and all of that is being encapsulated here. And Robert's very accomplished. He's very good. He knows how to do this. I'm not sure if Robert did this in ink or he went the full hog and did it digitally, but I think he's done this. He's inked it. Maybe I know that the digital coloring is the thing that's all the digital component of this, but very well done. I can only take off my hat to what he has accomplished in this book, because it's really, really well illustrated. And this went under my radar because I was not even aware of these guys doing this combo work together. So I give him praise. And this is all one story. So if you can get your hands on this book, or you've already got it, I'll be interested to see what happens if you guys got her. Like, I got this, I can't remember when this came out, but I remember getting it on sale. And I went, interesting. So they're using this I guess this is starting to get exhausted right now, to see this extremely capable, beautiful woman running around and doing the things that a male character, a male protagonist would do. So that's what they're doing here. I guess they're nerds like me. Oh yeah, it would be great to see a chick, do this. Commander killing and shit, So, I don't want to really spoil. I'm gonna do this quickly and briefly. So if you got the time to read it, by all means, So she's kind of betrayed, and she goes. It's a revenge story, as as you would know. But the thing that caught my eye on this is the way that Robert does his character design. What Sammelin does is very well. Again, I'm giving him more compliments. He's really, really accomplished. Very modern as well. But you can sort of see his influences, where they're coming from. But, and also there's another element of this. He's using reference for him to make it so fluent on movement, and being able to sort of capture the human anatomy and the expressions. You can sort of tell that he's used reference, but he's doing it in the right way. I don't think he's, what do you call it, bluntly, taking a photograph and then sort of tracing or anything like that. I think he's just sort of go, okay, what does that look like, sort of thing. And obviously, the time aspect when you're doing this sort of thing, it'd be like a large task for you to sort of be able to do all of the sequential artwork. Anyway, I have to say that I enjoyed what I was looking in here, because this is what the new current, underground type of comic book, even though this is a mainstream sort of book, but this is what's currently happening. And he's a commercial illustrator, so he knows the command of illustration. I think I saw something just recently, like a blur, that it was just, I went, it's that dude from Sweden, that he did an illustration, and it looked something out of like Drew Struzan. It looked like a Drew Struzan illustration. So if you don't know who Drew Struzan is, just go look him up. You've seen all the posters from Star Wars and Indiana Jones. That's Drew Struzan who did those posters. So the command of the anatomy and the expression, it's very cinematic as well. So you can sort of see that this could translate into a film format if they were to do this in a indie, I mean not indie, well indie, I guess indie film, exploitation film, that they're wearing this in their sleeves, sort of thing. I think they like Tarantino as well. Which Tarantino is the biggest promoter of all, what do you call it, exploitation movies. I like the character design. Like that's the thing that I enjoy the most out of what I'm looking at. And the military guys, they kind of like making them look like something out of World War II sort of thing. Because there's got a lot of conceptual worn out sort of equipment. It's almost something like a throwback to World War II, but obviously this is a dystopic future. This is what caught my eye, this specific panel, because I saw this drawing and I went, that's nice. So this is all revenge, and when I mention Pussycat Kill, they're all the entire cast, the majority of the cast, or the major cast that has dialogue anyway, because there's men in the background, obviously. They're all women. So, oh my god. See what I mean? Oh my god. So, it's awesome, like, you see this, I mean, Robert does sell merch, If you're gonna go support him, go buy his t-shirts. He sells posters as well, so. Kaboom. Kablam. If I were to do a comic book and I had an explosion scene, I would do a kablamo instead of kaboom. Kablamo. Yeah, you see that's the thing that he's good at, right? He's selling you the movement. And she blew up the car, the train. And on this, she's just being thrown and she's rolling. That's very hard to achieve. Also, the expressions are very cool. So yeah, I'm jealous, to say the least, to see stuff like this. gives me envy. You see all the collateral type of character and cast is all male, and the leads are all women. I think Kali must have been like that god of destruction or something from the Indian pantheon of deities, gods. I got a Nazi there. Oh my god! But it's cool, right? It's cool. So I got this last year. This is some of the stuff that I wanted to talk about last year. I don't know if it did come out last year. I think this is a little bit older than that. I think this might have come out on 3 years ago, maybe. But I bought it last year because I saw it on sale, and I went like, oh yeah, and then I started digging on things, and I went, oh yeah, those dudes. Yeah, so they're making reference to that, to the Indian pantheon of gods. They gone that route. That's another thing that I gotta get a lot of compliment. I think Robert's doing the color. Let's take a look. Sorry, I just don't know if he did the entirety of the run of the color. Yeah, so he's illustrated. So they're giving him an illustration, sort of like what do you call it, credit. So he must have done the colors as well, because he does do coloring. He does these illustrations when you see him. Like they're pretty much this. So. Yeah, Robert, you like your butt look, your butt shots. Yeah, that's cool. Very nice. I guess I will leave it here. I would like to know if you guys ever heard of this, and if you haven't, I would like to know what you think of this, because it's really well accomplished, and see that's pretty cool. He's using reference for this. How do you do that in a vacuum? I mean, you would have to be like a fucking savant with anatomy for you to know what that angle looks like, to give it weight, that weight that the character's kicking, and that's what that comes down to. And this type of shot is a bunny to do this sort of perspective sort of thing. It's, if he's not using reference for that sort of thing, he really is an art savant, because that's a complex sort of top view sort of thing. I mean, he would have to made it grid, and maybe he's using 3D assets. Some people do that. Oh my god, so much killing. Anyway, I'll leave it to this. Oh yeah, that's the boyfriend. I mean, the type of, like, the love interest. I would kill for a smoke. Yeah. Okay, maybe I will leave it here. Butt shot. We should have made a game every time we saw a butt shot. Take a drink or something. All right. That's without me spoiling, because this is a good chunk of the book that I'm not showing. Let me see. Oh yeah. Let's see the process of these dudes. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at that. Let's finish it with that. Goddamn nerds got knives. So right. So he's using markers, right, to do that. That's very cool. Yeah, he likes to do his what do you call it? Pol Pope style of things. Very Pol Pope-ish. If you were to ask me, who do you think did this, I would have said Pol Pope. The Pope? The Pope himself? The fashion Pope. Pol Pope. I wonder what he's working on. We'll take a look soon enough what Pol is doing. Yeah, so this is a different character designs for. So in this one, oh my god, he's he's a Roincher Kali. I don't know, I kind of like this. It's kind of working for me. He went for this one. The gun's covering her butt. Very nice. Anyway, it's some of the process. So he did ink this. Okay. I was sort of questioning that. Yeah, they're here are the pages. Sorry, Robert. I sort of thought that you were doing this digitally. I haven't opened this in quite a little bit. So yeah, anyway. There it is, Callie. I do recommend this book. It's a lot of fun. And if you like hardcovers, who doesn't? Go pick it up if you can. I don't know what the price is right now, but yeah. You have a lovely day. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and all those good things. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.